I'm Chris Bianchi, and today we've got two special guests to discuss COVID-19 and specifically its impacts on the Hispanic community here in the state of Colorado. Now, today we're going to be chatting, as usual, with Dr. Ricardo González-Fisher, a medical expert with Servicios de la Raza, and Vanessa Bernal with Colorado's Department of Public Health and Environment. Now, if you have a question in either English or in Spanish, you can send it to me at chris.bianchi@9news.com, and that can be in either English or in Spanish. We just, of course, here in Colorado started vaccinating babies from the ages of 6 months to 4 years old. What are the vaccination numbers like at this point?
Thank you, Chris. At this time, 5,560 vaccines have been administered here in Colorado among this group of people. And to put this into perspective, Colorado, there are 290,000 kids in that range of age between 6 months and 4 years old.
With that in mind, Doctor, could you kind of reemphasize perhaps some of the security and overall kind of status of the vaccine for kids of this age, please?
Yes, Chris, I would like parents to realize that there hasn't been such an intensive monitoring of the side effects of a vaccine in world history as the ones that we've been applying to COVID-19 vaccines. And with millions of doses applied around the world of these vaccines, we can make sure, we can be sure that this is a very effective and very safe vaccine for children also.
So with it being safe, Vanessa, what is the Department of Public Health doing to contact parents and let them know that this vaccine is available?
Sure, Chris. There are several efforts that have been made. One is that parents will receive text messages or emails. Also, there is a group called Champions for Vaccine Equity Program that they go to communities that are hard to reach, also minority groups. Also, we have educational events that I'm sure Dr. Ricardo González has many of those, and we'll talk about those too, and clinics. And then we have communications campaigns with advertising. And something that I want to point out is that vaccines are free, that you can access to them in all the places where the other vaccines have been available. Also, of course, with your pediatricians, with your primary care doctors, community health centers, mobile clinics, pharmacies, and also clinics of the Children's Hospital Colorado. All this information is in covid19.colorado.gov/kids vaccines.
Well, wonderful information, Vanessa. You mentioned some of those vaccination efforts. Doctor, I know that in conjunction with Servicios de la Raza, that you are also organizing some vaccine efforts. Could you tell us more about those and a possible change in the dates that you are administering those vaccines?
Yes, we've been working on our weekly clinics at the consulate and at Servicios de la Raza. And on July, we are scheduling in the first weeks an event on July 9th. There's going to be a Mole Festival in Westwood, so people will be invited there to enjoy this, and we will be vaccinating there. And also on July 10th, Sunday, we'll be visiting Brighton, Colorado. And we are planning on changing our Tuesday clinics to Thursday to allow more people to have access to the vaccine.
So many different ways to get vaccinated, Doctor. We appreciate your efforts. Vanessa, we appreciate your efforts as well in helping to vaccinate more and more people. That will do it for this week's program. And again, if you have a question in either English or in Spanish for our guests today or for future episodes, please email me at chris.bianchi@9news.com. I'll make sure that it is answered. But again, that'll do it for this week's episode on our look at the COVID-19 pandemic in the Hispanic community in Colorado. Gracias a todos. Thanks to everyone. We'll see you again here next week.